Dave, we got to move on. We got some football news, college news. This one was so big, Dave, doesn't go to the end of the show, goes to the top of the show. We all thought it would happen. It happened, Dave. Like,
right away.
A Big Ten team. Like, so even before, so we're talking about Wisconsin, obviously, and even before the game started all week, I'm an Illini fanboy, so I'm in Illini Twitter. And a lot of people were like, I'm nervous about this game because, you know, Wisconsin as a state is having higher COVID cases. Yeah. And like basically the one that I saw from an Illini beat writer was basically I was supposed to go up there because my buddy said that we could watch the game together and there's like an abundance of like media seats. But then he told me don't even come up because there's people not even wearing masks. Oh, so he's like, just don't even bother coming up. It's not safe. Then after the game, we find out that the quarterback from Wisconsin had COVID, where, of course, all Illini Nation's like, number one, tell me that I shouldn't be worried after we got blew out by a kid with COVID. Because
he looked amazing.
He did. There was another joke that I think I said earlier this week of like, oh, so COVID's a PED now. It just makes you play better. But, Dave, Nebraska-Wisconsin's canceled. What is your thought on this? Because we knew something like this would happen, and it only took a week for it to happen.
I mean, it sucks for their quarterback because 21 days. The Big Ten agreed on a 21-day. What's the rule? What's the word I'm looking for?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. Thank you. A 21-day quarantine when you test positive for COVID-19, as opposed to the SEC, where Nick Saban back on that fucking sideline. Like,
dude, he tested positive on Monday, was on that fucking sideline on Saturday.
You can't put the man down. It's the SEC. Football rules, baby. Roll Tide. So yeah, it's a real fucking shame for Wisconsin because that quarterback, I would love to see him play more games this season. And now that's all up in the air because obviously it's not just him who had COVID-19. So I do question. Like, obviously, protocols around that team. What level of care were they taking in their practice facility, on the field, in the locker room? Like, what level of separation do they have? Like, I know the NFL has, like, the mask police basically roaming the halls. They've got the trackers and everything. Yeah. I know some colleges who have a lot of money have similar setups. Yeah. They have people who are around the team who are making sure that things are safe, who are making sure that they are following protocols. Now, I don't know that Wisconsin, because of their lax rules, had that. And that is definitely a question to look back on and wonder. But again, it's a college campus. We've heard horror stories. I mean, frat parties, different sorts of interactions socially where it's just people don't care because people in the age group of 18 to 35, the effects of COVID tend to be less than people of an older age group. So it's like, hey, if I get COVID, I'm more likely to be at least like non-knocked out pretty much than, people older. So like, just don't care. The just don't care attitude came to bite them in the ass.
So from the ESPN article, it says, as of Wednesday morning, which is today, 12 people within the program have tested positive for COVID in the past 5 days. The total includes 6 student athletes, 6 staffers, including head coach Paul Christ. This morning, I received the news that I have tested positive via a PCR test I took yesterday, Christ said in a statement released by the university on Wednesday. I informed my staff and the team this morning, and I am currently isolating at home. I had not been experiencing any symptoms and feel good as of this morning. And one thing I do want to say, because maybe my attitude from the start of this, I am not excited that anyone got COVID. I want that to be first and foremost out there. But like,
cheese and peace all around.
I can't help but feel like I told you so. I can't help it. I have that in me of like I told you so.
Yeah. I'm at frustrated. That's my level of emotion. Is every time I hear another player, another athlete gets COVID, it's like, well, what did you think was going to happen when you're gathering a large amount of irresponsible people together on a daily basis? It's bound to happen.
Because know what I'm hoping for now, Dave?
What's that?
I am hoping the rest of the way Wisconsin goes undefeated. And the reason why I say that is I want a problem for the college football of like, so they're undefeated, but they have one less game.
Are they 6-0 at that point?
They would be right now. It'd be 7-0. But again, let's say if Purdue gets canceled, then it's only 6 games. Then Michigan after that. Like, what if this team is a 5-0 team because they had 3 games canceled?
Out of their athletes who got COVID, I think they're down to a 4th string quarterback at this point.
Yeah,
because literally the QB room 1, 2, 3, I think went out from what I don't know if that was just being memed on, but I heard 4th string quarterback is now their starter.
Yeah, I mean this is what the Big Ten was asking for. This is what this is it. This is what they were asking for.
I heard the Big Ten Commission who was like, "Told you we shouldn't have done this."
Yep. Yeah. When all the parents and certain players and Nebraska and it's the little irony on top, Dave. Mm-hmm. Is that the first game that got canceled has Nebraska a part of it. The school that was like, we're going to lead the charge, and now one of their games is canceled.
Absolutely. It is hilarious in a sad way.
It's just, when will people learn? The thing I'm going to bring the NFL in this for 2 seconds is you get the thing, Pat McAfee and his group talked about this with the, I think his name's Brown from the Raiders, who infected everyone. Or thought infected everyone. Where they were like, the slogan for the NFL is it takes all of us. And it's like, when are people going to realize it takes all of us? We're not just saying that for some cutesy cancer slogan. It does take all of us to beat this thing. But yeah, the Big Ten, I
think you make a valid spiteful point about the whole I hope they go undefeated because
I do.
Yeah, what's the season going to look like? They've made 8 games.
Ohio State misses out because they have 1 loss, but, Wisconsin is 1 less game, but they're undefeated.
And you're assuming it's only going to be 1 week of non-play. We will see. That's the other thing. That's an assumption right now. And, again, 8 games, 8 weeks, man. There's no room for error. So
they already announced the game won't be rescheduled, obviously. Yep. Because there's no point. What, you're going to reschedule it after the fucking playoffs are announced? It's just, it is absurd that this happened.